Hi, my name is Erin, and this is my first speed paint with a voiceover. For this drawing, I really wanted to take the doodles I did in Draw Pile last night and do something with them. Originally, it was going to be a character with a demon cat mask, like a Bake Neko mask, and they were going to be carrying the lamp or lantern, but I changed my mind and I ended up using my other sketch as a reference for the clothing. Um, this was just more fun. I guess it's kind of like a gajinka for the lantern, but I'm just using the head, like the lantern has the head, so I don't know if that counts as a gajinka or whatever it's called. But either way, it was really fun to draw. I stepped out of my comfort zone for this. I drew with like no stabilizer and pretty much no pen pressure for the line art, and then I used watercolor, which I haven't done in literally years. It was really fun to see what I could do with it. My favorite thing was how the colors blended with the watercolor. But the pen was also really fun because normally I do very smooth line art, whether it be very thick lines or thin lines, but this was a great way to step out of it because it feels very much like using a ballpoint pen. Another thing is the colors I use. I didn't change the main colors very much, except for the pants, which you'll see me do. I ended up changing the saturation a lot because it just doesn't look right to me. I generally use very saturated colors, but in this I try to use desaturated colors just to show the age of the character, I guess. It's supposed to look very old. I try to base it off of the old ink and watercolor drawings that the lanterns are from, that the demons are from. But anyways, one of my favorite things with this watercolor tool is being able to just shade by blending on the same layer, and it was just really fun. I didn't really have to shade very much. The shading I do is just block the color and then erase and change it to a shade layer and blur, which I usually can't do because the drawings just have too much detail, or too much variation in saturation and color, like pinks and blues. You can't really use the pink on the blue very much, or it will look purple, or the pink on the green, or it will look kind of orangey brown. But it was really fun. Another thing is that you should never be afraid to change the colors and use the hue and saturation tool. I even do that in Photoshop after the main coloring of this picture is done. It goes from like a very plain color to very bright and orange, and I really enjoy it. But you can't be afraid to use different colors like that. You have to be open to it. I know it can be intimidating for new artists, but that's just something that you have to step up and do. Otherwise, it's not going to turn out it's not going to look like how you picture it to be. I think it's neat noticing the anatomy differences. I normally stick to monster anatomy, which you can see here I do. And the thing with that is, what made me think of that is, in my beefcake drawing, I originally was going to draw a couple, but the guy was very blocky next to the curvy girl ledger, and that was very difficult for me to make look right, and I cut out about an hour of sketching footage just for that one drawing, and it was all of the guy. Which is another thing. I've been told that I need to show my sketching process more because it looks like I just took a base from Google or something. But the problem with that is it takes me like 30 minutes just to get the pose half the time, and that can be really frustrating to watch, especially if it drags the video on, and I don't want to make it go any further than it has to. I don't like watching long speed paints myself. I will if it's an artist I enjoy, but if not, then it's just boring to watch the sketch takes forever, so I try to speed up the sketch as much as possible and cut out whatever I can while it still be legible, like cut out the file transfers and all that. But another thing is the smoke I did. Again, with the colors, you can't be afraid to change what colors you're using, because this goes all over the hue slider. I started out with this pink, not because I couldn't tell the color very well, because that's a reason why I use such saturated colors at the time, especially bright pinks, is because it's easier for me to see. But I just really wanted to use pink smoke, and it looked bad. So I ended up changing it to a green color, and yeah. But we're near the end of the speed paint now, and just support. A good way to support me is on Redbubble. You can find me there, and it really helps me. And just like it does other artists, commissioning and buying their products or sharing their products, all my links are in the description. But thank you for watching. Bye.